Today's episode, we are going to give you one simple 7-day challenge to bring awareness to the amount of food that you are putting in your mouth in the most unconscious way, and you're going to be able to reduce your total caloric intake by 350 calories every week for the rest of your life by implementing this one simple solution. This is the Diesel Dad. My name is Anders Varner, and we created this channel because a lot of dads are fat and unhappy, and I don't want you to be one of them. What I'm talking about today is called the dad tax. I was on a call. Every time we work with our mentorship clients, we have a weekly goal that we want to set. It's about stacking really healthy behavioral habits and finding something in their daily life that they can just tweak a little bit to start to stack the chips in their favor, tilt the scales so that everything that they're doing now, which was unhealthy, is now a much healthier habit. It's a really simple way for us over time to stack really good habits. And if we take up 24 hours of your day with good habits, because we're incrementally stacking really healthy things on top of healthy things, all of a sudden we start to push out your ability to even have bad habits. So this is like a standard practice. We do it every single week. We do it with all of our clients. Then we give them a scale of 1 to 10. How doable is this new habit, and how likely are you going to be able to implement it and keep it going sustainably? It's a beautiful thing. It's awesome because we get to hear really cool goals that people have that we may not have ever thought about. The one today is called the dad tax, and it's hands down the most radical goal for a 7-day self-commitment I've ever heard of, because I'm a victim, you're a victim, everyone you know that has a child that eats food, which I hope is your kid, is a victim of this thing. And it's the most unconscious way that you're adding 300, 500 plus calories to your diet without even thinking about it throughout the day. Not only that, it's 350 to 500 calories of absolute trash food that just beats you down, causes crazy inflammation, makes you feel like crap, and you just don't even know why you're doing it. On top of that, I think the most important piece of this, and I'm going to get into exactly what I want you to do over the next 7 days, but the most important piece is that it's a huge wake-up call in understanding how much food actually goes into your mouth, because when you start to implement the solution, it becomes really challenging. That's why it's a 7-day challenge that I'm challenging you to do. It's completely free. You can do it. You don't have to do it. But what I'm going to do, no matter what, is put it in your brain so that you have to be aware of the amount of food that you're going to do. So what is the dad tax? Well, very simply, it's the tax that you put on your kids for giving them delicious foods, and they pay that tax to you, the dad, by giving you bites of whatever delicious food is. So check it out. Here's something that we do in my household all the time, and exactly how I am a victim of, not a victim, but a person that had to implement the dad tax. So we have a 1-mile loop around our block. We go on this walk all the time. It's something super cool. My daughter has now gotten to the point where she can kind of run. She's 3 years old. She can kind of run like half of it. She walks half of it. Sometimes a dog comes, freaks her out. We got to pick her up. But it's a cool walk. It's a nice distance. It takes 20 to 30 minutes, depending upon her pace. And we can put the new little one in a stroller, push him, and all is great. And we're just getting outside. We're playing. However, along the way, we have to cross a couple streets. And in order to teach her how to cross the street effectively without getting demolished by a car, we give her an M&M every time she stops at the intersection. It's like, stop at the intersection, great job, little Diesel, now you get an M&M when you get home. And we stack up the number of M&Ms. So there's about 5 total streets that we need to cross. These are like little cul-de-sacs inside our neighborhood. If she gets to the corner, stops, looks both ways, at all of them, she's gonna get 4 M&Ms. This is like a grand total of 20 calories. Sweet, whatever. No big deal to a little baby that needs a lot of sugar to grow a big brain and is burning calories all over the place. What actually happens is I give her 4 M&Ms, and then your boy, me, takes like half a handful of them. And why do I do that? It's because I look at it and I go, oh, that's only like 100 calories. It's no big deal. I can burn that off by just doing some jumping jacks. In my brain, I have given myself permission to eat unhealthy food because the dad tax The M&Ms, I give them to her, and then because she's getting them, I take a portion of them myself. That's the tax. Well, guess what? If you do that one time, that's 100 calories. If you make a peanut butter and jelly for lunch and send it to daycare, and then the kids are going to eat that, guess what? Yeah, you're gonna eat the crust, you're gonna eat the peanut butter, you're gonna eat the jelly, you're gonna eat that extra bread. That's gonna be like another 150 calories that you don't count when you're counting your macros. And then guess what? She might eat her banana, but only like 3/4 of it. Dad tax. That last 25% of the banana going down, that's an additional, 12 grams of carbohydrates. 12 times 4, it's another 50 grams of 50 calories going in your body. So far, we've got half a handful of M&Ms. Easy, no big deal, right? Then we've got half the sandwich, or all the crust, the peanut butter, and the jelly. It's another 150 calories. All of a sudden, we're up to like 250. Now you want to add in a quarter of a banana. That's another 50. Well, guess what? Now we're at 200. How many times in your day are you implementing a dad tax because you're the one that is holding the food, handing it to your kids, and then you take a little bite yourself? Another place that this happens, you're cleaning up dinner, and they may have eaten 3.5 or 4.5 of 5 chicken nuggets. Well, guess what? Chicken nuggets are gross. Most of them aren't chicken. Guess what? Rude awakening. Most of them aren't chicken. And now, because there's one extra chicken nugget sitting on the plate, you look at it and go, what's the big deal? Bam, that's another 25 to 50 calories. All of these things add up. And inside our Facebook group, if you're super interested to be a part of it and you're a busy dad that needs to lose between 20 and 40 pounds, get into the description right now, because the Facebook group is in there and you can be a part of that Facebook group. And we just put out a 7-day free challenge just to build people's awareness around food. And now I'm talking to you about it on this podcast and on this video so that you can be hyper aware of the amount of calories that you're accidentally and unconsciously putting into your face throughout the day. And our hypothesis is because you are reducing your caloric intake by roughly 350 calories a day, over 7 days, you're going to be basically around, call it 10 days. 3,500 calories is how much energy is stored in 1 gram of body fat, or in a pound of body fat. So in order to get a pound off your body, you need to burn 3,500 additional calories or eat 3,500 total less calories. Over a 10-day period, you're going, and 350 calories in a dad tax, you are going to lose 1 pound of body fat. However, it's different than that. Because these foods are often unhealthy, super inflammatory, filled with a bunch of junk, typically already fried in a bunch of gross oils like a chicken nugget. You don't know what that was fried in. You have no idea what a chicken nugget was fried in. You think the Tyson factory's worried about olive oil, super hyper virgin, beautiful, picked from the tree and pressed 9 times by some yogi out in the middle? No. That is the nastiest oil they've cooked that stuff in you've ever seen in your life. You think that stuff isn't super inflammatory? Here's how you know. Go and implement this 7-day challenge. Don't eat the chicken nugget at all for the whole week, right? I guarantee you lose between 3 to 5 pounds for one simple reason. We're eliminating the amount of crappy food in there. We've reduced the total amount of inflammation, reduced the amount of water that your body is holding, trying to protect itself and heal itself from all the crappy food you're putting in, and you're going to be taking about 2,100 less calories over 7 days at 350 calories a day times 7 days. And in 1 week, with the reduction in inflammation, with the reduction in holding water and nastiness in your body, and the reduction in calories, I'm guaranteeing you're gonna see weight loss in the 3 to 5 pounds from Monday through Sunday. Count on it. It's happening in our group right now. And it's the coolest challenge, not just because of the weight on the scale. You're not losing actual body fat by doing this, but what you're doing is becoming significantly healthier. You're becoming hyper aware of how many times you're putting junk calories into your body. You're understanding how simple it is to overeat. You're understanding and objectively viewing the number of places, the number of times, the number of opportunities, the number of places every single day that food is going into your mouth that is crappy food, and you justify all of these shitty decisions. You see, the coolest part about this is once you're aware of the problem, now you have to take action to solve it. Implement the 7-day dad tax challenge into your life. Cut the crap. No more stealing food. No more charging your kids